What up, guys? We're back.
Yo, what's going on?
Back with another episode. I got my boy here, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Chilling, man. I was in hustle mode, man, before you got here.
Yeah.
I was trying to get everything ready. You know what I'm saying? To make sure everything's perfect for you. Just for you, bro. Just for you.
Thank you. Means a lot.
No, got the boy Tsunami here, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah,
Good.
Thank you for having me on and just having a little conversation, you know?
No problem. I'm excited, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I've been texting you, like, I'm excited, bro. But yeah, episode 18.
There you go, 18. Oh, that's my favorite number, man.
There you go. See,
Hey,
that's
perfect,
what it was meant to
perfect.
be, bro.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
meant to be. No, but let's get straight into it, man. I know I was on your podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about you, so this is kind of like me trying to actually really get to know you.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I feel like we did the podcast, but it was kind of like about me and David.
Yeah.
It was just like, but tell me a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up at?
Well, I grew up in Aurora. Well, I'm the first generation Aki American.
Okay.
So my parents immigrated here and then they brought us. So I was born in Mexico, came here at the age of 7, and we moved out to Aurora, lived there all my whole life. And it wasn't until 2019 where I moved out of Aurora. I didn't want to. We were actually, before we got married, we were looking around for a house. And for what we got approved for, it wasn't a lot, like 150 grand.
Yeah.
So we were looking around Aurora because I told my wife, I'm like, I don't want to leave. I want to stay in Aurora, 630.
I had to leave, man. I was like, where can I leave? When can I leave? I don't know, man.
I know, it's just something about it that you're like, man, you grew up there. Even though, we'll get into it right now. But in 2019, I moved out to Montgomery, so... it's not that far, so.
Yeah, I have family in Oswego.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
So you not to bash Aurora, but you notice the difference, Last time I went to visit my parents, I was like, there's a lot going on here,
Yeah.
you hear the car going like 55 on the neighborhood. I'm like, yo, chill.
yeah, bro. No, yeah, man. For me, I just like, it was one of those things like, I just moved out here. So it's like, it's one of those things where I feel like, I have to leave to like grow. And like my plan is honestly I want to go to Texas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Some people have the different mentality. Some people love their hometown and I don't hate Aurora or anything like that. It's just I don't know, man. It's like a weight.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that your family migrated here.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything?
I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I might be using the wrong term.
Yeah.
Well, we had the typical crossing the border type of migrating, immigrating, migrate. I don't know. So all that, like getting chased by immigration and all that. I don't know if we can say this on YouTube without getting chased.
I don't think so.
We're legal now, thanks to Obama. DACA.
Yeah. Thank you, Obama.
Yeah. So. Yeah, with that permit, I'm able to work here legally. So it was a big wage. What did I say?
Wait.
No. Like how much you get paid.
Wage.
Yeah, so,
wage.
you can see the difference.
How old were you?
With a social and without a social, you get paid more,
Oh, you don't get paid as much?
No. Like back in the day when I worked with a...
When you're working por dinero.
Yeah. So... Shout out, we got the work permit and I was able to get a better job, so.
Got that money coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, how old were you when you came, or you don't remember?
7
Oh,
years
you're
old.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember nothing in Mexico. Like I have vivid memories, but I joke around with my brother that my life started here,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if what I remember in Mexico is, when sometimes your mind makes up like memories.
Yeah, like it's in your head, but you don't know if you really
I
remember.
don't know if it was for real or if I'm just making up memories. So.
Yeah. There's times where I like remember stuff and I'll tell somebody about it and they're like, that never happened. I was like, I remember watching that. No, but so How was like like your childhood? Say like growing up in Aurora. Did you go to East or West?
East Aurora, yeah.
East Aurora, yeah.
Tomcats.
Yeah, let's go. I went freshman and sophomore year, and then I went to West and graduated from West. Yeah.
How was that? Which one was the best one?
East Side, baby, all day.
Hey,
You already
let's go.
know. I grew up in the East Side, so yeah, you already know what's up. But nah, yeah, man. Honestly, bro, like East Aurora was just a different vibe.
Yeah.
It just like it's kind of like more family oriented. You have everybody, but then also it could be like kind of bad. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like hit or miss. It depends on who you're around and. You know how East is.
Yeah, like you say, like you feel home, like you're surrounded by your people, by your friends, by people that look like you, talk like you, you know.
That's true.
Well, I don't know how West is, but according to stories, you know.
Yeah, it's more, when I went there, it was like more wider.
Oh yeah.
But there is like Hispanics and all that, and I
feel like now it is. You know?
Yeah. Before, when did you graduate?
2011.
Dang, bro, you old. Bro.
I'm old, bro.
No, wait, how old are you though? I graduated 2016.
I have a joke where I'm stuck at 25, but I'm really 28.
Hey, I'm gonna take that joke, bro, because I turned 25 this year. So I'm like, I'm gonna take that joke. I'm like, I'm 25.
I turned 29, man.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
But hey, that's what's up. I mean, like you got your family and stuff like that, and I went to this guy's crib, freaking, oh my gosh, bro. I'm like, dang, man, you know what I'm saying? There was a maid there, you know what I'm saying? He was like, she was like cleaning stuff. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, no habla inglés. I was like,
I wish, man. Hey, one day, what's the goal, you know?
That's the goal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the goal. But I was going to ask about the podcast.
Yeah.
Why'd you start the podcast? I know you told me on yours, but...
Well, we started the podcast, like I listened. I got at work. I listened to music when I first started, but then I got tired of music. I'm like, I'm tired of listening to the same song to the same
Los
playlist.
corridos.
Maybe sometimes because you get bored, you know, like it's worship music. Then you're like, man, I'm tired of the worship music, same lyrics. So I changed it up. I go oldies, new. And I just got tired of it.
So your playlist is fire, dog.
It used to be. Now I can't listen to music, you know? So my wife introduced me to, I don't know if you heard about Crime Junkies. It's like
oh, yeah.
Yeah. She introduced me to that.
Oh, my dude.
I listened to every episode.
You know what's crazy? I feel like it's frowned upon for men to listen to that. Because it's like a female thing. But, bro, I was 24/7 Crime Junkies. I was telling my fiance about it. Yeah. I was like, you got to listen to this one.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so she got me hooked on that. And then that's when I got hooked on podcasts. So I started listening to mainstream podcasts, Joe Rogan, what else? Some other ones, No Jumper. Well, I haven't listened to that one in a while. But then I got introduced to local podcasts, you know, like Compas Unfiltered, Ken Flores's, and some other ones that Quarter Life podcasts that have been around, you know. So I started listening to those. So now I have like my weekly. I had like Monday I have this podcast on Tuesday, this podcast on Wednesday. So I started listening to it, and then I'm like, man, not all of them, you know, but some of them I'm like, man.
I feel like
I don't want my kid listening to this, you know. And I was in charge of
the youth group, right?
Assistant for the youth group.
Okay.
So that's when I was like, man, our youth are out here listening to this type of content, you know. So I was like, I talked to my brother because he was also in charge of youth at the time. So I'm like, let's start something clean, you know, like an hour where they can come in and listen to us, like not be political, not be no type of sex talk, you know, because that's what brings in the listen, sadly, you know.
Yeah.
So like none of that. Like just keep it rated G and like let's just have fun, you know, like because my brother and I, we talk forever. Yeah. And I pitched the idea to him. He was down. I was slacking, you know. So one day we were on the phone and he's like, all right, I already ordered my mic and I was ready. I didn't have enough money at the time, so I was like, oh, I already ordered mine too. I already
you hit him with the line?
Yeah. So once the check came in, I was like, oh, it's on the way.
You got that on fast, bro. You was like, let me pay the extra $10 to make it come fast.
No. It was during peak pandemic, so everything was back ordered, you know.
Oh, dang. So you had to wait for
it. Yeah. So once the mics came in, we started recording, and we've been recording since. And he's been on and off lately because he's just busy with his little business. So that's when my wife hopped in. So now it's just the three of us, and yeah, that's the team right now. So shout out to number one critic. Shout out to Compa Yuri.
There you go. And shout out to wifey.
Yeah, she's number one critic.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So
no, I was gonna say
I think I answered your question.
Yeah, no, you did. What was I gonna ask? No, I forgot.
And don't be scared to stop me, man. I just tend to go on forever.
No, this is your show. Like, no, it is. No, because like my goal, like I was telling my fiance, I'm like, I don't really want to speak so much. I want to kind of be about the guest. So I'm still trying to work on how to like maneuver and do all this stuff. But
yeah.
I was gonna ask you like Man, what was I gonna ask? Now I forgot. But I'll ask this. What is your goal like with the podcast? Like what are your like where do you want to reach?
Well, the goal is to be like Joe Rogan level, you know?
Yeah.
That's like the goal, but it's just hard, you know, having with a baby around now that he was born.
Yeah.
Having him around. I mean, it's priorities, you know, like I can have that extra time to do my research, but I just rather be on Instagram, on TikTok, you know, which is so addictive. If you don't have TikTok, don't download it.
Dude, do not download it. I beg you, do not, please.
Yeah, but the goal is just to reach people's, like I'm telling you, like we record up to an hour, or if it's more, we record more, but the goal is an hour. And it's just clean content and that anybody can hear us, you know. And we make somebody's day. You know, everything going on is just nothing but
right now,
hatred and sadness.
We're going to get into that too. Yeah. But, man, I was going to say, it's just crazy, like, because I think about, like, the whole, like, what is the goal?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's attainable to get to that point? Because sometimes I'm like, man, can I get that big? Or do you feel like, obviously, consistency? I wonder, like, from a podcaster to podcaster, like.
So, it's possible. It's possible, you know.
Just because there's so many.
I listen to so many podcasts, and I remember in one podcast they were talking about we're living in a world where everything's online, you know. So like, if you're not making money online, like, what are you doing, you know? So. I'm pretty sure there's people that will sponsor the worst type of people, you know. So I'm like, well, how come they won't sponsor us, you know? So that I'm like, that's something I learned from you. Like, if they can do it, why can't we, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's possible, and I really admire you because you put in the work, you know. Like, hey, daily posting.
I try, bro.
And I used to be like that, but then I just stopped, you know. And you see the difference when you interact with the listeners, with the followers. Like they react to posts, they like the post, and then I went MIA for like a month, and then I went back and I saw the difference. Like they don't react as much. So
I feel a lot of people don't know though that like we got full-time jobs. Yeah. I know you got a full-time job because you got a kid and I do too. So it's like it's trying to find the time to like put in that work because. Like, for me, this is my dream. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like God gave you a voice. God gave me a voice. And it's like, it's a reason why we're doing this. And I feel like I want to use it. So it's like, man, what can I do to try to get it where I want to be? I mean, the goal for me is to make money off it to where I can do it for like a job. But, you know, consistency and you know, patience and
and it's possible, you know. We just gotta be able to put in the work, you know. Yeah. And put in the research hours and all that, you know, because TikTok might tell you some stuff, but not all of it, you know.
They're like, if you download this app, okay, and then you put your whole entire. My bad, guys. Look, technical difficulties and these things happen. Okay. These things happen, and there's really nothing you can do besides cry about it. So I'm gonna cry, right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, but my recorder died, man. But it is what it is, and we're back at it. I think we left off on like, is it possible for like our podcast, I guess, to get to the points where like Joe Rogan status. Yeah. And I think you were saying.
Yeah, it's possible. We just gotta be able to put in the work, man. Like do the research. Find guests, you know, network, and that's something I need to work on because I tend to stay like
in a bubble.
I'm in my bubble right now, you know, with my group of people. But it's cool. Like when you talk to people, you find out like things you don't know, you know.
Yeah.
So there's all these guests I wanna have on the podcast, but it's just like, man, what if they ask me this and I'm not really
ready for it?
Yeah. So there's an author I want to have on the podcast. There's this dude he's a white boy, so I just want to talk to him about like how does he feel with everything going on, you know, the stigma against white people right now.
Yeah.
So
no, yeah, man. I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to get bigger guests on. I'm like, how can I get bigger guests? We had recently, if you guys haven't checked it out, we had this dude from Street Gospel.
Yeah.
He's out in Cali, and I was surprised he responded back to me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was nervous for that, dude. I was so nervous, bro. Like,
I could tell.
I was like, oh, you listen to it, dude. I was like, so like, what do you, dude? I was like, and then I was talking to my fiance about it. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. Like, I'm trying to like bring that energy. And I talked to my pastor about it. And he's like, you got to bring that energy.
Yeah.
Like, when I listen to other ones, you bring that energy. When you're comfortable, you bring the energy. And I just don't want to, you know what I mean? But it's a process, you know?
You have to work yourself up to that, you know?
Yeah.
And you said 18 episode. So
yeah.
I was like that, you know, at the beginning. Like, so our first episode, though the listeners can't tell the difference, but I edited it a lot. Because it was like, oh, yeah. And so, and then it was like, silence. And I edited all of those silent parts out, you know?
Yeah. So
when they listen, it's like boom, 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 back to back. But in reality, it was like silence. Oh, and yeah, silence. Oh, yeah, you know? So that was the beginning episode. But now it's like, okay, like as they're talking, I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask about this. Okay, I'm going to ask about that.
Yeah.
And then this happened. Oh, and I relate to that because of this, you know? So,
yeah.
So you start like knowing, seeing things.
Picking up stuff.
Picking up stuff, yeah.
I was going to say, people don't realize, like, what we kind of go through, like, when we're recording. Because, like you said, we literally have to listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
Make sure that we're listening. And then kind of, like, what can I ask him?
Yep.
What can I ask him next to kind of, like, make the conversation? Because you got to keep it flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, a lot of people don't. I feel like a lot of people don't see that. They don't.
And there's some people that are natural to it, you know?
Yeah.
They're like boom, boom, boom. And there's some people that, like me, like I feel like I wasn't natural, but now I'm like getting the hang of it, you know?
Better practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect. So.
Yeah. No, but man, like I was gonna say, man, like, I think you were the first local podcast I ever, I think, noticed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, besides because David showed me, and then I was like, wait, there's other podcasts here? So it was kind of cool. And then, like, I kind of seen how you did stuff, and I was just like, this guy's doing something well.
Thank you.
And, dude, we got a lot of, like, last Sunday, I want to say, like, I owe you some money, bro. Nah. Because a lot of your listeners came to last Sunday, bro.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, like I think I text you, but like I just want to say appreciate that because a lot of the people that listened to you came over to last Sunday, so it was just like
yeah, no problem, man. Shout out to you guys if you're still listening.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for real.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I have to get you on, you know, because I kind of like owe you my money. You know what? You can take the mics, bro. It's all yours.
I'll take this right here.
Yeah, I bet. You just tell me how you had some issues, so that might work better for you. Go ahead, man. Just go. No, but I was gonna touch on, man. So you are a new father.
Yeah.
How old is it's a boy, right?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, how old is your son?
He turned 3 months on the 7th, March 7th.
You're in the beginning part.
3 months.
My son's 1.5, bro.
Oh yeah.
Before you got here, he was literally trying to knock down that camera, knock down the light. He was messing with the mics. I'm like, Elias, stop. No, Elias. Patience, bro.
Yeah.
Patience is key.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like, you have those long work days and you come home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets tough, man, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, how is fatherhood going for you? How's that going?
It's good, man. It's good. It's
late nights?
I still not anymore. Yeah. Thank God, man. Because at the beginning, I remember he wouldn't cry. He wouldn't stop crying at night, and I'm just like, man. So it would be like some sleepless nights, especially for my wife, because after I think about a week, I went back to work.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows that I drive for work.
Yeah.
So she was like, "You go sleep. I'll handle the baby," you know. So I'm like, "Oh, hey, shout out to Jenny. I love you." And she's been the best, man. She's been the best mom that Matias knows.
Hey.
So
Mom's got to get credit, man. I would not do. I mean, Allison, bro, she does so much, man. She wants to do so much, and she does so much, and I'm just like, you're doing all this stuff. I can't do it. It's a full-time job. Motherhood is a full-time job. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm in the process where I'm working, and she's kind of being a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. So it's like, that's what she wants, so that's what I'm going to give her. I don't know if, is your wife?
That's the goal. That's the goal. Right now, she's back at work because one of the big things, insurance. Insurance through me is expensive, and she works for King County State's Attorney, so she gets the plug.
She got the bread. She got that money.
She's just there for the insurance, but the goal is for her to be able to stay at home, enjoy the kid, and just watch him grow.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey. Shout out to her. I feel like now that we're talking about it, I feel like I don't do enough, like she does everything, man. But
you feel guilty too, man. You're just like, oh, man. And I'm like, babe, do you need help with this? Babe, you need help with this? And then she's like, I got it. I got it. And then at the end of the night, she's like snoring. I'm just like,
Yeah. So at the beginning, I was kind of sad because I'm like, man, she's so used to her, like I couldn't put him to sleep. He was just moving around. I'm like, am I doing a bad job? Is he uncomfortable with my muscles? Like what is it?
It's La Rock right here, man. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't put the baby to sleep.
So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But now I think I got it down. Like I'm like, let me get the baby, let me put him to sleep.
That first day though, when you do put them to sleep, bro, you feel like $1 million. You're like this. I remember when I put Elias to sleep for the first time, I was just like, he's like sleeping. I'm like, I wanted to cry. I was like, put him down. I was like, you got to do gentle. You got to lay it down, put your hands up.
Yeah. So it's been good, man. I tell my wife, like, hey, record as much as you can, take as many pictures as you can. Because, man, I tell her, like, we were looking at old pictures and I'm like, who is this kid, like, they're not like he's super chubby now. Oh my gosh! But it's I still can't believe. Like I tell her, like we're in charge of a little human, and it's just that behind my head. Like how do you raise a kid to be a good human being?
Yeah, for real,
so
it's man. It's a pressure on fathers too, because like he's especially a boy. Like the boy's gonna look up to the dad as much. You know what I mean? He's gonna, and that's like. That I preach it so many times on the podcast. That's the reason why I'm trying to do all these things, because I want to be that number one role model. You know what I'm saying? I want him to look at me and be like, my dad, that's my dad. But man, that's good, man. Do you want more? Or?
Yeah. I want three boys.
Three's a perfect number, right? Do you agree with me? Three's a perfect number. Okay.
Right. So my wife wants a little girl, but I mean, just to make her happy, I would get I would like to have a little baby girl, but
I want one too.
I want her to be the last one if we do have one, That way the brothers can protect her and
I got one on the way. So I got Elias, and then I got one on the way, and my fiance, she wants 4, and I'm like, 3 is perfect. Let's just stick to 3, okay?
You know what it is now?
Oh no, she wants to wait until it's born.
Oh yeah,
damn. So it's
I don't think we could wait, bro.
Dude, I mean, I told her, I was like, "Are you sure you're gonna be able to wait?" Because she's kind of like, but I think she's fine. We're just the names. We're going back and forth on the names.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Yeah, we still don't have the second one, and we already have the names all set up.
For all of them?
If it's a boy.
Oh okay.
So, if it's a girl, I don't know.
You gotta start looking, bro. It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. So right now we have our hands full with Matias, and it's good, man. It's a blessing having a little kid, and then it's cool seeing them grow. It's man, it's just taking everything in and enjoying every second, because my brother tends to say, I don't want to not carry her, because it's gonna come to the day where she's like, nah, don't carry me, dad. Ew, So hey.
Get away from me. My friends are here.
Yeah. So, hey.
But, that ain't going to happen to me. All right? Because I'm going to be the cool dad.
There you go. Yep.
I'm going to be chilling, you know what I'm saying, playing video games. And then, like, nah, but I'll probably be an old fart. And,
Well, it's good that you're young, because you have all these energy, So when he's in a sports team, you're going to have the energy. I feel like by the time when he wants to be running around, I'll be like, chill.
Hey, that just got off of work.
Yeah. So hey, I'm gonna do my best to just be there for him. And
well, that's what me and my fiance, we're trying to have all our kids before. So when we're like 40 and they're older, we're like, all right, peace. We're gonna go to the Bahamas. Okay, watch your brother or sister. So, and then I'm sorry, Elias, but you're gonna be the oldest, so you're gonna be the one watching. So.
There you go. Yeah.
No, but yeah, man. Hey, I was gonna ask you. I know you kind of seen what's been going on with Joe Rogan, podcast to podcaster. I was gonna say, like, what do you think about that? Or did I put you on the spot?
No. We've talked about it, and I'm pretty sure the listeners know what I'm about. They know what my thoughts and feelings. So I just think it's just the narrative the media is trying to portray, and right now with everything going on, they're trying to cancel everything, and the reasons why they're trying to cancel him is like, yo, why are you guys trying so hard to take this guy down,
Yeah.
So it's just the cool thing that he's on Spotify and they can't touch him on Spotify,
Yeah.
I mean, they were able to delete some episodes, but that's because when he said the N word.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just.
Why do you know the logistics of that? Why they can't do anything? Isn't he under contract with them?
Yeah. So he's exclusively on Spotify. He did a multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify. So
yeah.
So he's just on Spotify. So he's able to post clips on YouTube, but he's on Spotify. You can't find him on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, right? any of that.
Yeah, he signed that deal.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, theoretically, if they wanted to, they can just take him out, or probably not.
Who, Spotify?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not in their best interest.
Yeah, he's
like 11 million people listen to him. Not just listen to him, download his episodes, So
yeah.
Imagine 11 if he goes somewhere else, he's gonna take those 11 million people, So,
that's crazy.
So puts Spotify on the hot seat,
Yeah.
So
they gotta see what they want to do.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, because I spoke on it too, and I wanted to get your opinion. I was just saying, like, I remember growing up in the East Side, like where I grew up at, like I was in the black neighborhood. So I would say that we're growing up, you know what I mean? And I remember, like, as I got older, I was like, I shouldn't be saying this.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you see those clips, they are all old, and I feel like it was like back then it was like okay to not okay to say it, but it was like one of those things where.
So back in the day, it was different times,
Yeah.
You were able to say things without being afraid to get canceled, Even watching TV, you're like, yo, what the heck?
I was just watching Shrek today.
It moved.
And I was like, wait, what? Why did they said that on Shrek?
Yeah. Like movies, you're like, yo, this wouldn't be around, or it's a matter of time before they take this movie down,
Yeah.
So from what I know, those episodes, he was either quoting somebody's skit or he was quoting lyrics, and most of the times he was interviewing a black guy. I don't know what's the correct way to say, African American person.
African American.
So it's just because I never saw the clip of him saying the N-word.
Me either. Yeah, I never.
But I just know that it was just like N-word.
It looked terrible. I know that
it made him look bad.
Yeah.
So once I can't go back and listen to them or watch them because they're deleted. But according to what I know is he kind of got the pass from the people he was telling it to,
Yeah.
And the way he was saying it, he was quoting somebody.
It was like he was saying it like quoting somebody.
Yeah. So the cool thing that people stood up and defended him, not only white people, black people, Mexican people, everybody stood up like, nah, if you really know him, you're gonna know that he's everything but racist,
Yeah, and I feel like he's the only voice, bro.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't watch news, but I listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like he's super transparent and he's real on everything.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could tell. Like, you could tell when somebody's genuine and when someone's not. And, like, when you watch the news, all they talk about is bad stuff. It's always bad, always bad, always bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, for Joe, he gets these people on that are like literally like well versed in these different issues.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nobody doing that.
Yeah. I stopped watching the news. I feel like there's just fear mongering. They're instilling. Is that the word? They're putting
fear.
this fear on everybody. You know, like, hey, yo, this is what's going on. Don't do this. Then you're gonna blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, like,
can I have my own opinion?
like what's going on? You know. So I feel like news now they're just opinion based platforms. You know, like, hey, you should think like this because we think like this. You know.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about Joe Rogan, he has people on both sides of the aisle.
Nobody's doing that.
People with religion, atheists, anything, you know. So
yeah,
he's kind of like the goal, you know. He reaches out to everybody, you know, and he just has a conversation. And I don't know if you know about the episodes that he got a lot of flack on.
No.
The COVID episodes where he had those two doctors.
Yeah, he had the one from CNN. Yeah, I watched that one.
So the cool thing about that one, he actually gave him flack, you know, not flack. And not fighting. What's the correct way to say it? So on the episode, because he's like pro-vax, you know.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, he was like pressuring.
Joe Rogan's like, he's not anti-vax, but he's like, yo, I want to believe, or I want to live in a country where you have the right to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know. So if you want to get vaccinated, go ahead, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. But don't push this agenda that you have to get vaccinated to survive. You know.
Yeah.
So he's like, the vaccine works, but it's not for everybody. You know.
Yeah.
And I think it was Sanjay Gupta or something like that. So he was just like, didn't know what to say. Then like, man. Oh, and it was when Joe Rogan got COVID, he threw the kitchen sink, got monoclonal antibodies, all those, because there's no cure for COVID. I don't know if we can say that on here.
Yeah.
There's no cure for it, but there's treatments for it. But
yeah,
the media, everybody doesn't let you know, you know.
Yeah.
So and then they just started going against them, misinformation, blah blah, blah, and they just want them out of there, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like where we are as a people, we're so divided.
Yeah.
It's like, when has the status of your health been who you are as a person?
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me right now, are you vaccinated? I don't care. I don't care if you're vaccinated or not.
Exactly.
Like, all I care is how you are as a person. How you are towards me. Do you respect me as a guy or whatever? Are you a nice person? That's what I care about.
Respect is key, yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like a lot of times we kind of just like, we have the stigmas. Like, oh, well, he's doing this or he's doing that. Or he supports this person and I don't, so I can't talk to them. I can't be around them. That's like, as a Christian, that's like me saying as a Christian, if a Muslim comes by me or tries to have a conversation with me, I'm not going to talk to him. It's not right.
That's not right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We are of people. We are all people, and I feel like we're supposed to be together.
Yeah. I mean, the sad thing that religious people push those type of people away, and they give Christians a bad image, you know.
Absolutely.
And I have friends that tell me like, yo, you're different. Like my I don't, like, for example, my I got friends that tell me like, my aunt is nothing but judgy, don't do this, don't do your hairstyle like this. I'm like, nah, like, Jesus looks at your heart, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's a relationship. It's not like, I mean, yeah, we have to be respectful, but like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and another thing too is like, as Christians, and like we can't expect people to be perfect too.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of times we push this on, like, I think it does say in the Bible, like, if you see your brother not doing well, like, you know, speak on it or like talk to him, which is fine. It's different. But when we see somebody doing something and then it's not lined up or whatever, a lot of times I feel like it can turn people off. Yeah. Like, say, like, for an example, like, if you're a Christian or you do something wrong and someone sees it and they know that you are a Christian and like you knew you like shouldn't have done it, they'll be like, oh, like, I'm not going. This is why I don't go to church. Yeah. Or whatever. And it's like, that's what the church is for. It's unperfect people. It's people that need healing. So it's a
doctor for the broken, you know.
Yeah.
So everybody.
It is a fine line.
Everybody's fighting their own battles, and it's just Jesus there to heal people, to restore people. You know, you just gotta want it. You just gotta, you know.
No, you're good. No, it is a fine line though too. Like, and I was talking to David too about this. I'm like, man, as Christians, like, when is that line crossed? Like, because I know like God knows that what you're doing. Like He knows it before you are doing it. Yeah. But it's like sometimes I'm like, when am I saying like I'm trying to the point where I'm like, nah, you're not trying. You're like you're a hypocrite, or like you're not. You know what I mean? And I feel like I feel like I'm trying to figure out that answer, because like I'm trying to spend time daily. I'm trying to do all the right things, but I catch myself like, man.
Well, it's hard. It's hard walking on the right path. You know, it's like it's like that post. You know, it's easier to watch a 3-hour movie than pray for 25 minutes. You know, it's easier to scroll through Instagram for 3-4 hours than read your Bible. You know, so it's just
the reading thing is the biggest thing.
Yeah. So if walking with Christ was easy, everybody would do it. You know, it's hard. It's hard, and the thing about it, once you walk with Christ, the devil just attacks you. You know, and it sets you back. Boom. But why, God? But why? You know?
And you're just like a boxer, you know?
Yeah. So it's gonna be a struggle, but if you maintain your faith and look at the bigger picture, eternal life. And I was just listening to this TikTok, like it was they were trying to cut the mic from the preacher because he went over time, and then it cuts back to the person, like, man. Like, do they know what you're gonna do you know what you're gonna do in heaven? We're gonna be doing this all day, you know. We're gonna be preaching, singing, you know. Yeah, and that's scary, man. Rapture talk gets me dizzy, man.
It's all right. I was gonna ask you, how do you think of, like, right now what's going on with Russia and Ukraine? How do I get your opinion on it?
I don't know how. With Russia and Ukraine, I hate how it gets political, you know?
Yeah.
Like, living here, it's like everybody thinks it's like the U.S. is the center of attention, you know? Like, if it wasn't for him, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not all that, you know? Like, what are we going to do to help them out, you know? Instead of fighting, let's come together, like you said. Like, how are we going to help them out? So, as far as I know, we're low-key watching it play out.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part, that
sorry guys,
nobody's doing anything about it. So we're just waiting for Russia to get greedy and attack the NATO countries that are surrounding Ukraine. So that in order for the US to attack Russia, they have to attack one of the NATO allies, you know.
Yeah.
So sadly, Ukraine's not a NATO ally, so we're just watching it play out. And it's crazy how the Ukrainian people stood up and are giving, I don't know how to say the president's name, Putin, I don't know.
Pudding.
Pudding.
Pudding. It's crazy how pudding is.
Yeah. They're giving pudding. I'm just gonna say pudding. They're giving pudding a hard time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just the videos. And then I'm big on conspiracies, you know. So I'm like, yo,
snap.
So I'm like, what's really going on, you know? Like,
let's dig deep.
We talk about the news, like, like, yo,
is
what's
that
really going on?
Really happening out there, or is that CGI?
No, but if we look at the bigger picture, it's sad what's going on, and it's crazy how the whole world is getting impacted by all this. You know, gas prices, not only here, that was the next thing
I was gonna talk about too.
So, gas prices, and then we go back to being a father. You know, like, do I need to stock up? Man. Do I need to take out my money from the bank? Do I need to buy formula just in case things get wild? Do I need to stock up on Pampers, you know? Like, it's just
World War III.
It's crazy once you have a kid, you know, because you start thinking at big, you know, like, it's not just me, you know. I have a wife, I have a kid, 3 dogs, you know. Do I need to buy extra dog food? And the supply chain, you know, it's just, it's you start thinking about all that, you know. So,
and it honestly, like, me and Allison joke all the time.
Yeah.
We're like, right when we're getting our lives together, the world wants to start like going upside down. And I'm like, we went to Walmart and she was like, should we get this big gallon of I think it was mayo or something.
Oh yeah.
And then she was like, I was like, why? I was like, cause the world might end, like World War III. And it's just sad, man. It's sad, and I just feel like right now we just need to come together as people and those gas prices need to come down. So.
Yeah. I mean, if we go biblically, it's gonna get worse, you know.
Yeah, I think it is too.
It's gonna get worse. So my wife was talking to me about it. It's like, yo, with everything going on, the rapture is about to come. Jesus' second coming is around the corner, and we just gotta see ourselves, you know, like, hey, how's my heart? How's my walk with Jesus, you know? If boom, rapture right now, am I going? Am I staying? You know?
Yeah, I mean,
and it's not looking too good for me right now.
Right? Literally, I'm like this. No, man, but it's real though, bro. Because I'm like, man, dude, like, I'm over here, like, man, when, and it's like we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't know, and it's like we don't know what the future is. Yeah. And it's just the uncertainty makes everything just so much more pressure, especially for a young father like us. I still think you're young, bro. Don't worry about it. You're not old to me.
I feel young. There
you go. That's what matters. It's about what you feel, not what the age is. Yeah. No, but like it's scary, bro, because you don't know what could happen. Yeah. But also, like, I look at it in a sense like we never know what's gonna happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, live your best life, put God first, and try to have a relationship with Him, and I feel like that's all we can do. That's literally all we can do. You know what I mean? Yeah. As people, as Christ followers, and it's just man. But it's kind of like I went to the grocery store today. Yeah. And I bought, you know those cuties? Yeah. Dude, a bag of cuties, bro, $6, bro. I was like, I can go to BK, get a full meal now. It's crazy.
We were talking about that, like, growing up, you have, like, you know, growing up, once you start driving, your parents are like, man, you're always going out. Once you get your own place, you're gonna realize that going now is gonna get expensive. But my wife and I were talking about it, like, yo, if we go out, use some coupons, we're gonna spend at least $10. Yeah. You spend like $200 on groceries, you know? So you're like, were they lying to us, or is inflation going up, you know? You're like, okay, $10 daily, that's $100 compared to $200 on groceries, and most of the times you throw away this because it's spoiled, you know. So you're like, yo, like,
my boy's like, man, we going to BK for 5 days,
and
okay?
It's hard because where we live, we have McDonald's like 3 minutes away. We have Arby's, we have Burger King, we have Joe Lasco, which potato wedges are fire.
Me and my fiance yesterday went to B-Dubs, bro, and I was like, we're supposed to be saving money.
Yeah, so
gotta get ready for World War III, bro. You know we're getting drafted as soon as they tell us, bro.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, Mexicano? Okay, let's go. Hey, let's go. Ándale.
You want your citizenship? You gotta go.
Dude, we're laughing, but bro, for real, it's like,
it's scary, man. It's scary, and it's just
me and my boy were talking about it, and I'm like, my boy, he's kind of like, you know, hard-headed or whatever. He's like, I'll fight for my country and all that. I'm like, I ain't trying to fight for my country. I'm trying to be at the crib, bro. Like,
yeah. I mean, with the kid now, I would rather stay home, but this country has given me everything that I would probably give a little week for my country, you know. Yeah.
And you're like this. You're like, I got a week.
I got 1 week.
And then I gotta go because, you know, diapers. You know how it is. Come on.
My wife only gave me a week. Come on.
You're gonna be like, get in there. Come on.
Yeah. At work, we made fun of the youngest guy. So he's like 22, turned 23. So he's like, I was just, when there was rumors of like, there's gonna be World War III, people are gonna start getting drafted, I just started clapping. I'm like, hey man, thank you for your service, man. He's like, what the heck? Like, yeah, you're getting drafted. You're the youngest one in here.
That's what, like, the dudes at work, they're like 40, like older, and they're all Mexican, so they don't speak any English. I'm not the best with Spanish. And they're just like, yeah, mira, tú primero, me, I'm old, no more. Yeah. And I'm like, man.
I mean, even in Ukraine, I think all the men had to stay behind, and they sent out the kids and women. They sent them out to the surrounding countries to seek asylum, but all the men had to stay behind, and like I think up to 60 or 40 years old. I forget. Wow. And I'm like, man, I would still be able to go, you know. So it's just crazy times, and we just have to stick in the path, stay in the path with Jesus. Just somebody said, how can we live a good life, you know? And it's like, do we have to live a minute at a time? Like, nope. Do we have to live? No. Hey, do we have to live an hour at a time? Like, nope. Do we have to live a minute at a time? Like, nope. Do we have to live a second at a time? Like, yeah, you have to basically see what you do every second, you know, because there's temptation out there, and it's crazy, man. And
yeah, I mean, you got the Carnales Podcast and Last Sunday to listen to before the world goes under. So
there you go.
I just want one big check, man, before I go. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still like the other day I was thinking about like, man, if we go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, imagine like you get your big break, you get like The Rock on your podcast. He's like, yeah, I'm super down to do that, and then you're like, yeah, I got The Rock on. I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Then
sometimes I think about that. I'm like, what if nobody has reached out to these big celebrities? You know what? Like, what if we reach out and they're like, "Yeah, I'm down."
Bro, I DM them. I DM all of them.
I have to do that, bro.
Dude, I DM because you know that the dude Gary V. Yeah. He talks about it. He's like, he talks about if you want to be an artist, but we're basically kind of artists. We use our voice. So he's like, as a young artist, I would just DM a bunch of producers, a bunch of artists, and see if I can get somebody. Yeah. If you just sit there, eventually one will answer. So I do, bro. A lot of UFC fighters because I love UFC. So I'd be like, I'm just a small town podcast.
It would mean the world if you're on my podcast.
I'm just a small town girl.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna start doing that, man.
You should, bro. And if they do go on yours, hit me up.
Like, hey, yo, let's go to Ottawa real quick.
Hey,
sorry, sorry, bro. I just exposed your location.
I'm like this. He's lying, guys.
I'm in Aurora.
No, bro, that's why I came out here, because World War III, bro. I gotta be in the country, bro.
Yeah. I told my brother, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna move out to your hometown, because
there you go, man.
Nothing happens over there, man. They've been living in their own bubble for the past year, man.
I bet, man. Where does your brother live?
It's in Minnesota. It's a small town in Minnesota, so it's kind of like countryside. Yeah. So it's a small population, man. So
yeah, I'm slowly turning into a cowboy. I mean, next episode I might wear a cowboy hat. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, man. I mean, small cities are the way to go. The way things are going.
Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta protect yourself, man.
Yeah.
And I'm joking. This is not why I came here. I came here because I'm having another baby and I need a bigger space. So
yeah.
But also low key though. You know? I'm gonna hit you up, bro. If anything goes south, all right, I'm gonna hit you up. Be like, hey, bro, I need your help over here.
Yeah, bro, hit me up. I'm available.
The phone's just ringing. You know,
I have a mic stand I can whoop people.
You're like this. Hold still. No, man, but I'm trying to see what else we can get into. Inflation, we talked about that.
It's crazy how everything's going up and the wages are staying the same, you know?
Yeah, and that's why I had to get it. Like right now I work for a union, and I'm trying to. I barely started working. I've been there for like a month, man, but
that's the way to go.
I'm
man.
like, I am trying my hardest, and this is concrete work, bro. So I'm just podcast. Yeah. And you gotta work on your dream, man, because that's why I was telling my fiance. I'm like, sometimes you gotta either work a full-time job and have something that's yours. So it's like the podcast, this is mine, dream. So it's like I gotta make sure that I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
But it's tough, and you know I feel like you can relate to that too.
Yeah. Right now with the Carnales Podcast, it's the three of us, you know, my brother, my wife, and I. So it's a struggle having we had said that we were gonna record on Tuesdays, but things come up, Uri's opening up an actual brick and mortar location, so they went from a food truck to a brick and mortar location, and like, man, they're doing it, so now it's not only that, they got remodel, they got a tear down, like, so he's busy sometimes, so. And then we got the baby. Sometimes my wife can record. Sometimes Uriel can record. So we said it was Tuesday, the day we were gonna record, but then it turns into Thursday, and then like it happened this week. The audio's got a little choppy. Yeah. So I was like, yo, we have to wait till Saturday to release. So it's just. Like, we might be 50 episodes in, but we're still still learning, it's little things. It's living our busy lives, our schedules, and it's just...
It gets overwhelming, too, man. Yeah, and it's like, I get off work, and I'm just sitting here, like, editing. Yeah. And I'm just like... trying to like cut down a video, but like I'm trying to cut it down so then I'll have to do it tomorrow, you know what I mean, or like because I gotta do this, so it's just a process, man. It's a process, but yeah, man.
And you have videos, so you have that extra, I we have YouTube, but I only do the file and the picture, on the video, so that's easy. So I'm pretty sure you have
I do it off my phone though.
Oh, for real?
I edit everything.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, everything off my phone, and then I cut everything. I mean, the goal is I want to get a computer. Yeah. But right now, financially, I can't get one. Yeah. So I'm just doing it on my computer. And then eventually, I'm going to have two, like my fiance's phone and mine. So I'm going to have two shots. Yeah. So just to think of some plans. Your boy's trying to work, you know what I'm saying? Make it look nice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got the poster. There you go. It's a little off, but it is what it is. But yeah, man. I was going to say, man, I just want to tell you, man, like, you're inspiration for the local podcast, bro, because, like, you're the first one that I kind of knew of through David, and I didn't know, like, I listened to yours, I'm like, man, I could do this, like, you know what I mean? So even though I was already doing it, like, I was just like this guy's doing it, and he has a family, and, he has his daughter, your son, and a wife, and all that, so just wanted to let you know, bro, like, you're inspiration for...
Yeah, no, you as I inspire you, you inspire me. I mean, I'm telling you, I admire how much you post. You post, if not daily, like every other day, and that's admirable, and you gotta let me know how you do it.
I got you, bro.
And before we start going on, to add what you said, a big shout out to our wives. I know my wife supports me 100%. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. She lets you. She has your back. You're like, yo, go do your thing, and then we record and she has the baby on her hands. Asleep. There's times where we have to cut it, wait till he goes back to sleep, and then continue. So a big shout out to Jenny, to Allison for having our backs 100%.
For real. Podcast. Me and my boy trying to get it out here.
Yeah. So. If you're a young man, find the right one that supports you 100%.
Every great man is a good woman behind you. Yeah. Seriously, it really is. And this generation of, like, young adults, like, we have this mentality where, like, we just, we don't want to put everything in one person because we're afraid to get hurt. Yeah. But it's like, you have to, we're made to be with a spouse. We're made to be with a wife. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're made to be with a woman. Yeah. And there's a reason why. It's because... the man's supposed to, like, biblically, the man, like, I feel like the man's supposed to provide, and the woman's supposed to respect their husband and be nurturing to the children. Yeah. And you can't do it by yourself. No. You know what I mean? You cannot do it by yourself. That's why he made two. He didn't make one. He made two for a reason. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but not to go into a tangent on that, but yeah.
No, yeah. And before I forget, shout out Jasmine for having my brother's back 100%.
There you go.
Also. So
all the wives, all the women in general, we love you, for real.
And if you don't support your husband, support your husband 100%. Support his dream, support his goals. If he wants to be a gamer, let him be a gamer.
If not, Tsunami's gonna find you. He's going to find you. Not knock on your door, okay?
Nah, but yeah. I forgot what you said. I was gonna add to what you were saying.
I was saying that you're inspiration and I admire you.
No, after that.
The wives, women, wives.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say, man. That's what it is, you know. Like you want to cut off the person, but you don't also want to lose what you have.
I'm trying to work on that, bro. I'm trying to work on not cutting people off, like trying to like talk, but then they find that pocket to where they stop, and then. Yeah,
I even want to get a little notepad and a pen and be like, okay, I'm gonna ask about this before I forget, and then continue listening, you know?
Yeah, for real. All right, let's try it out. All right, I'm gonna talk.
Okay. Look. There's something about me, bro. I can't multitask, and my wife makes fun of me because if I wash dishes, I have to wash dishes. I can't be washing dishes and paying attention to her, you know? So then she gets mad at me because I'm washing dishes. I'm like, okay, oh, there's a little stain. So I'm not listening.
Yeah.
I'm not listening anymore.
She's talking about her whole day.
And then she's like, right? And I'm like, what happened? You weren't paying attention to me. I don't know if it's all men, if it's just me, but man, I can't multitask.
She could have been telling you her whole life story, bro. You're over here doing something. I'm editing, right? She's over here telling me about her whole day. I'm like, yeah. No, I know, I am. Okay, yeah. And then later on, she's like, so what do you think? You think we should move it over here? I'm like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or there's times where, like 3 days later, she's like, oh, look, this is what I was talking to you about. I'm like,
yeah, you're like, what?
When you never told me anything. I told you that day I'm like, yeah. Yo, but yeah. Shout out to the wives.
Shout out to the wifeys,
for having our back.
We love you, for real. But because we could not do it. I mean, we're sorry we don't always pay attention.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we gotta chase our dreams. So.
Thank you for having our back. No, yeah, and go follow her on Instagram. I mean, on TikTok. Soy Jennifer Vasquez. I'll give you, if it's cool, I'll give you the little TikTok. That way they can go follow her. She's trying to be a TikTok famous.
There you go. You know,
so shameless plug. Go follow her.
Hey, plug it, man. Plug it all.
Hey, I'm trying to be a podcaster. She's trying to be a TikToker. So hey, hope one day we get
the mom TikToks.
We get yeah. So it's because what she says. She's like, I learned a lot from other people, you know. So I wanna. What I learned or what like little mom tips that she finds or she wants to spread them, you know, because I'm like, what if people don't know this, you know, what if a new mom's struggling through this, you know, so that's a big platform she wants to use.
Allison wanted to
at the same time spread Jesus, you know.
Yeah, Allison wanted to do a blog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she wants to do homesteading. You know what homesteading is? Like having chickens and.
Oh yeah.
She wants to make her own like jelly and like everything. Her own bread.
There you go.
We use cloth diapers.
If we can watch a video of Filipinos build.
Bro, they be building fast, bro. Dude. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't know if the video sped up, but the way they be.
Yeah. And like, yo, how they have to had a bulldozer or something.
Yo, did you see? Did you see the one where they made a pool?
Yeah.
This dude made a whole pool,
it's just
bro.
a bamboo shovel.
Yeah, bro. He was like...
And not only that, they have to go to the river, carry the water to the pool they're making.
Bro, and then he didn't stop to go pee, eat some food, nothing, bro. It was just full on. He was making that pool.
So
bro.
If we can watch that 20-minute video, I'm pretty sure people are going to watch.
What? That's what my wife's preparing for is World War III.
There you go.
That's why we're gonna start making our own mustard and honey, everything.
Yeah, I'll listen, bro. I'll watch it because I'm gonna need to learn.
He's like, hey, bro, how'd you get the chickens to go in the hen, bro? Because I've been trying to figure that out, bro. Okay.
Yeah. So.
No, but man. I was gonna say. Hey man,
I'm having fun, man.
This was a fire podcast, bro. I knew it was gonna be fireworks because I was like, I want my boy on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You were the one that showed the love first, bro. And honestly, a lot of the people that followed you came and showed love. So I'm like, man, I gotta have him on, bro. I owe you my life. No, just kidding.
No, yeah, and that's what it is, man. Connecting, networking with other people, and just having their people listen.
What do you think it is that people don't want to like reach out or like network with people?
I think it's just the shyness, you know.
Yeah,
like
they don't want to share it.
I used to be shy back in the day. So growing up,
you said shy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said shyness. I thought
shy,
they didn't want to show
shyness. Sorry, man.
Wait, where'd you come from, Well, how old were you?
7.
You sure you weren't like 15?
I mean, from time to time, you know, I stutter a little bit. The little accent comes out, you know. But
hola. Hello.
But yeah, I used to be shy back in the day, and it wasn't until I started working at Subway. You know, Subway sponsor us.
Eat fresh. Hey, you want to eat healthy? Subway's where it's at, bro.
It's not $5 anymore, you know.
No, it's not, man. Y'all lied.
I started working at Subway, and I feel like that's where I broke my barrier. You know, my bubble. You know, I started talking to customers. So after that, I felt like I was annoying. I just couldn't shut up. You know.
Yeah.
I started talking back to teachers. I started talking to more people, you know. So
yeah.
I feel I give a huge shout out to Subway for popping that bubble, and thanks to I think it was Subway, because I'm telling you, I used to be shy, and I was forced to talk to customers, or else they wouldn't.
You need to sponsor my boy. Subway need to sponsor my boy.
So hey, shout out Subway, and
you're gonna be that new guy, the dude that lost weight. That's what you mean.
And now it's easy for me to talk to people, you know.
Yeah.
So I have that resting, you know. I always look mad, but I'm a cool dude, man. They come up to me, talk to me. It's a good time, you know.
I feel like for me, I've always been outspoken.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always had the energy. I did 4 years of drama. You know, I was in like 2 plays.
I was too shy to do all that, bro.
Yeah. And then I got to a point where like my confidence went like, and I was just like, I didn't want to do nothing. Like, I felt like everybody was judging me, and like I felt self-conscious. And then
it was still in high school.
Yeah, high school. I was just like, well, the problem was I went to East, so I went to East, and low key like I didn't have no money, so it's like I used to wear like baggy clothes.
Oh yeah.
Because all my brothers would give me their hand-me-downs. So like, you know, you go at East is brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You in there with some Shaqs, some And1s, you're getting roasted all day. It don't matter.
And I wish I could go back and because I don't think I was ever a bully, you know. I would always want to stand up for the person getting bullied, but I'm telling you, I was shy. I'm like, what if they bully me? What if they go after me? So that's one thing. If like, you know, that cliche question, if you could go back in time, what would you change? It would be that, like, I go back in time and stand up for
the people,
for the person getting bullied, you know. Because it wasn't until senior year when I started like standing up, not to people, but like be like, hey, yo, chill, why you messing with him, you know?
Yeah.
And man,
sometimes I wish I could, like, if I would have went back and felt how I feel now, or did a podcast when I was in high school, I honestly felt like I would have been a different person.
Yeah.
Like, but I also feel like I had to go through that. You know what I mean? I had, like, sometimes I feel like, I was just talking about this today, like, sometimes we have to go through these things, and it's for a purpose, because God wants you to do this, or he wants you to do that. So he's like, he lets things happen. And then that's another thing. A lot of people, like, they get mad. They'll say, why does God let this happen to me? Or why does he do this? Or why does he let this happen? And it's for a purpose. Yep. So then he can either use you, or he wants you to use what you learned from that and do something else. And that's how I feel like. I'm like, I wouldn't want to say necessarily I wasn't bullied, but it was just kind of like, it was weird. My at East, everybody knew me, and I was funny, and everybody like was cool with me. But and then they would like poke at me, and like you know what I mean. So it's kind of like
like you said, it was brutal, you know. So I started working like my sophomore year, so that's when I was able to buy Jordans at the time, dress how I wanted, you know.
Yeah.
So I noticed the difference, you know, like, hey, more people talk to you. So that's the sad thing, you know.
It is, bro.
And that's where I go back to, like, if you wore Shaqs, you're like, yo, look at that dude. What are those, you know? And it's like, it's sad the mentality someone has, you know. Like, now I can wear whatever I want. I don't care, you know. You're like, yo, I just want to feel comfortable. I just want to look
so
good,
raw,
you know.
Right? It's so good to be an adult.
But the crazy thing is, thrifting is
thrift shop. No, this is not thrift shop. I think these shoes right here, those boots, thrift shop. These are Walmart, but hey, Walmart. I mean, you get to a certain age, bro, where you're just like, it's just like a weight. Not a weight, but it's just like you don't understand how much money you save.
Yeah. No. But even the high schoolers are doing it. You know, I mean, I remember back in the day, my mom would take me to the thrift store, and you find cool things. But back in the day, it was like frowned upon. You know, like you wearing used clothes.
Oh, now it's a
so
thing,
you would see another guy with his mom. You're like, oh snap, I need to hide. And now it's like, yo, what you get? Oh, I got this vintage. Bulls.
You know what I got a vintage Notre Dame sweater.
Oh,
it's so raw, bro. It's so raw.
I've been wanting to, but
if you come back out here, there's a Goodwill like around here, bro. Fire stuff. So if you come back out here, whatever, shoot a podcast. We're gonna do this again. But if we do, we'll go to
I stick with my Hot Wheels, you know. So right now, my wife's gonna get mad. I'm already planning to hit every Walgreens, you know.
There you go.
Maybe a Target. Is there a Target around here?
No, there's not. No.
Walmart.
Yes, it's Walmart.
I might hit up that Walmart just to see what they got, you know, because we're.
See, you're working in reverse. You're working in reverse. You're buying the toys, bro.
Yeah.
No, but no, man. I feel like it changes when you're when you're an adult. It just gets to a point where you're like, I don't need to impress nobody. I got my girl.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes my girl's like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "Hey, I don't care."
Yeah.
She's not like that. I'm just playing.
And she's
like, "What are those? You wear the sheds?"
She bullies you.
And I start crying. I'm like, "You say you love me."
Yeah, man. It's weird, man. It's weird, and it's weird times we're living in, you know.
Yeah.
We got good things, we got bad things, we got war, we got inflation.
I got shot at last week.
Not out here, yeah.
No, not out here. I got. Hey, how you doing, John?
Howdy.
Some guy came over last week, bro. He had a cowboy hat and he was on a horse. He was like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" No, I'm just playing. I made all that up. I'm just playing.
I believe it, bro.
You're like, "Where's this horse at? I didn't see it."
Yeah, so thank you, man. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Definitely have to get you on again, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
We should do one with our wives, you, and Allison and
yeah, I'm down, man. That'd be cool. I'm down. She's always down, and I told her, I'm like, hey, let's go, but you know, a little shy. So next time, it'll be a good episode. You know, it's
for sure.
I'm kind of scared. You know, I'm kind of shaking. She's gonna be roasting me. You know, she also bullies me.
Oh man, it's all love, man. I appreciate you, bro. It was a great pod, and thank you.
Yeah. No. Thank you for having me on. And
check them out.
Yep. Yeah. You can find us on all streaming platforms. There you go. It happened again.
It's okay.
I have to talk slow. You know, if I get too excited, I start stuttering.
No, that's all right.
You can find us at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Sometimes when I don't get too lazy. On TikTok, we have one video, and it's you guys. So you can find the TikTok video of last Sunday podcast.
Let's go.
So thank you for having me. It was fun. A little bit all over the place, but I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, man. This is what it's about. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. See you guys on the next one.
Yep.
Peace.
See you guys. God bless.